So, Halo Infinite. Rumor has it this game is going to have a battle royale, right? So, it piqued my interest. I haven't played Halo since the very first one, the very first Xbox, so I didn't really know what to expect. And my mod, Newman, got me a key to play. And so we were playing a bit on Twitch. Everyone was kind of putting their input and stuff. And we had quite a few people flowing in saying, hey, it's impossible to get more than 120, 140 FPS in Halo Infinite. So I was like, we've heard that story before. So the goal of this video, just like all the other ones, is we're going to find out what combo of hardware works best for this game. Now, the data that we collect isn't going to be exactly one-to-one if there is a Battle Royale mode, just because of the sheer number of players in a certain setting. But what we can do is we can benchmark that 24-player game mode, right? So just a heads up right away, the game is 100% GPU bound, even at 1080p. So when we were on Twitch, we found like the config file and we reduced the settings. We played around with the settings a little bit. And then what I did was I went and took that config file, put it on the test bench, tried it with the 5950X, and the FPS was exactly the same. So, and when we were looking at it, we looked at the GPU usage percentage, and it was at 100% locked the entire time. So 1080p, lowest settings with config file mods, and the graphics card, an RTX 3090, was still pegged at 100%. What does that remind you of? Reminds you exactly like Vanguard, right? Vanguard exhibited the exact same behavior where how the hell are we at 1080p lowest settings and a 3090 at 100% usage? It doesn't make any sense. These games coming out literally don't make any sense. So anyway, just to get that out of the way right away, I'm going to show you a 10900K versus a 5950X with the 3090. And then you're going to see the FPS is exactly the same. And then we're not going to be doing like 6900 XT on both because that's pointless. It's a GPU bound game. So then pretty much what the real benchmark is going to be is the 3090 versus the 6900 XT. Is it going to exhibit the exact same behavior as Vanguard did, right? Where the 6900 XT was like 100 more FPS. Well, let's go find out. Okay, first thing we're going to be doing, we're just going to go into the damn training mode, okay? Just so I can show you guys how CPU bound it is. Or I guess how GPU bound it is. Okay, here we are in the training mode. 3090, 10900K. 230-ish FPS. The graphics card actually isn't pegged at 100% in here. It's only pegged at 80%, which means... Hey, there's a chicken. Which means that we need faster CPU cores here. Actually, it's still kind of at 90%. It's kind of ridiculous, even in training mode here, right?
A few moments later.
Okay, the next thing I'm going to show here, multiplayer, big team battle. This will be the closest to the Battle Royale that we can get. So we're going to give that a shot. And then we'll see what kind of GPU usage we can get in a big game like this. All right, just spawned into the big game mode here. Check this out, right? So we're actually at 90% usage on my 3090. And we're only at 30. There it is, 97%, 96% on the usage, right? So we're only using 30% of a 10900K. So this game is using maybe 3 or 4 cores. Not even. To render this game. So they could, I don't even know if it's DX11 or DX12 to be honest, but again, 96% usage on the GPU. So my system here is literally on the cusp of a CPU and a GPU bottleneck, right? Because if it, oh, hang on, I gotta kill this guy. Get the fuck out of here. Yeah. So let's find a spot here. So this is 87%, right? So the FPS should go all the way up until it hits 99%, but it doesn't, right? So that means in this spot looking here, we're CPU bound, right? So it looks like 230 to 240 is the max FPS that you're going to be getting in this game at the time of this build. this technical preview build. I must say though, this game is fun as shit. They gotta tone down the grenades a little bit, but it runs well, runs smooth. As long as you're over 200 FPS, right? Then you're fine. Gotta kill this guy. Yeah. Teabag. Yeah. Oh, fuck. So now that we got the 10900K and 3090 out of the way, let's go jump over to the 5950X test bench and see if a 3090 or a 6900 XT is actually better. Again, we're GPU bound for the most part, so let's see what gets more FPS.
One eternity later.
Okay, here we are on the 5950X rig. Let's load up Halo here. Okay, so yeah, you can see right away the FPS in the menu is the exact same. I don't want. Oh, there's my overlay. Here we go. GPU usage 94%, right in the menus. It's all the same. So the CPU usage is going to show a lot less because it has way more cores. That's just how Afterburner reads it. But you can kind of ignore the CPU usage here because we know it's GPU bound anyway, right? So let's go to Slayer here. Oh yeah, it does look like it's about 10 FPS more. No, it's about the exact same. I can't even tell. It's 5 to 10 FPS more. I don't even know. It's within margin of error. Let's put it that way. Oh yeah, look at that dip. So again, between both of these CPUs, we're GPU bound. 90% usage. It's not using the whole GPU here because we're in training mode, but let's head over to the big game and see what happens. Okay, now for the real test. Let's go into big team battle here. And I'm assuming the 5950X is going to have the exact same FPS, but we'll check it anyway. And then we'll check the 6900 XT after to see what the heck happens with that. All right, we're in. Let's see what's going on here. Looks like it's the exact same FPS. It's literally identical. Look at that sexy beast. That's me. Just flat gray. Look at this chump with the orange armor. Didn't the orange armor guy in red versus blue always get shit on too? Can't remember. Let's see. 94% usage, 210, 220. It's literally identical. It's the exact same. This is no different at all. Let's try and find that spot by the rock over here, actually. It seems like it's a little less FPS on average. Yeah, it is. Interesting. Yeah, the FPS is less on average. Look at that. And the GPU usage is higher, which is odd. So that means that the 10900K is going to be faster in this game for the Battle Royale mode. I can already tell. I have prediction happening right now. If there is a Battle Royale for this, the 10900K. So the more and more players that you add constantly, the more latency, the more and more players you add, the least latency that you want. Well, that's with any other Battle Royale, right? So yeah, look at that. It's interesting. So you can't really use the practice mode to test. You can use, how do I word this? You can use the practice mode to test the theoretical max of the engine, but you really got to go inside of a game to test when there's actual server load, server tick rate in the works as well, right? So yeah, it looks like it's about 10 FPS less on average. That's okay. Anyway, let's go check the 6900 XT now. Okay, this game is actually super weird. If you try to launch the game on the graphics card, like even if you switch displays, if you try and launch the game, it tries to render the game on the card that you had before. It's super weird. So I don't know why you would ever have dual GPUs in the system, but if you ever do, and you want to launch this game on another one, you got to actually uninstall one, and then you got to launch the game while it's uninstalled, so that it has to select that. It's weird, super weird. Okay, so right away in the menu, it's looking like it's about 60 to 50 FPS less right away. Could be drivers though. If you check this out here, you go to video, it doesn't even detect the 6900 XT at all. Like, it doesn't even know that that graphics card exists. So probably a driver problem is what I'm gonna say here. Yeah, okay. Something is horrendously wrong here. 100 FPS less right away. This is garbage. And it's the GPU is actually at 100% usage too. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and say has to be a driver problem. There's no way that a 6900 XT can be 100 FPS less than a 3090. Nvidia usually is better at getting like pre-release drivers out. AMD kind of takes a while to catch up. They don't have as many driver people, or they don't have as many people on their driver team as Nvidia does, right? So this is kind of whack. Let's just go into big team battle here and check this out. Okay, yeah. So even when we're loading up here, it's like 170. This is garbage. Something's horribly wrong here. The GPU isn't even getting hot. 40 Celsius at 100% usage. Something's wrong with the engine. Yeah, look at this. 150 FPS with a 6900 XT 5950X. So this is oh my god, this is unplayable. This is a blurry meth. This is like console peasant gameplay that I can't even I can't. All right, so yeah, forget this. This game's pretty fun though. Okay, so I think this was a huge waste of time. I didn't even think that I didn't think the AMD driver would be broken like that. I'm assuming that would be a gigantic hit to AMD if that's how their graphics card performs in this game. Which doesn't make any sense because Microsoft is partnered with AMD because of the Xbox Series X. So what's going on here? That doesn't make any sense. But as of the time of this recording, look, it's like my driver bugged out. Straight up. Super weird. So as of the time of this recording, it looks like the 10900K 3090 is going to be the GOAT for this game. I recorded this October 3rd. So the game still hasn't launched yet, so there might be hope there. But if you are planning to play Halo Infinite competitively, Intel, Nvidia for this go around on this game. Anyway, guys, so about 240 FPS is possible. Intel, Nvidia this go around. And that's about it. If you like the content, hit that subscribe button, do all that YouTube SEO stuff. Like, share, subscribe. Comment down below what you think about the testing and if you want to see any future games on your list. And talk to you later.